Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel and another sneak peek video. This is day 3 of our sneak peeks for the upcoming Sparkle Season holiday release. Watch for it on October 5th. First, I'm going to share with you a new hot foil plate. I'm going to hot foil this with some red foil. This is called the Falling Snow Foiling Plate. You can see it's quite large, so you can do an entire background of falling snow. So I have my smooth cardstock, my red foil, my hot foil plate. I'm putting that onto my preheated hot foil machine, putting my spacer pads on top, and once that timer goes off, I'm running it through my die cut machine, and the heat and the pressure will transfer that pattern into the paper. Take a look at the beautiful results. I'm going to do some ink blending over the top of this with the Trinity Stamps new ink blending brushes. I thought I was going to go with picked raspberry over the top, but I decided I did not love it. So instead of hot foiling another background, I knew where I started my ink blending was going to be covered up with a little snowy hill. So I just brought in one of my tried and true favorite colors, Coral Berry from Altenew, and I am just ink blending that from the bottom to the top. I want the bottom part to be a little bit darker and the pink color to fade out as it goes towards the top. Now, I love pink and red for Christmas, especially with a snowy scene, so that's why I decided to go with these colors, but tell me what you think of this color combination for Christmas. So now it's time to set that aside and work on the snowy hill. So I just pulled out this great scene building die set. It creates any size card, even up to slimline, and I made this little hill with a stitched border with that. And that makes a nice little spot for me to add my scene. I'm going to trim off the excess. I like to make mine a little bit longer so I can cut it edge to edge. Here is images from the new Polar Party stamp set. I'm using that on my card today. I love this image with the polar bear and the penguins together. They kind of look like they're dancing. I think it's so very cute. It has sentiments and some snowflakes. Like, it's a really fun stamp set. So for the polar bear, I'm using C2 and C0 just to add a little bit of shadowing, and then I'm going to give him a bright, nice scarf with some red, and I will do with the penguins some red and pink just to like pull out the colors in my background. So for that red scarf, I have R46 as my darkest color, laying that down first, and then I will pull that out with my R29, and I just wanted to have like some really dark shadows of the red because the red foil in my background is pretty dark. And then for my lightest color, I have R17. And then a little pink nose. I know he should normally have a black nose, but it just goes with my background so well. All right, for the penguins, I'm using C8 as my darkest color, and then I'll blend that a little bit with my C6, and then finally with my C4 marker. And that gives me a black looking penguin with some highlights. I really like that. And then for the little bellies, I'm going to use the same colors that I used on my polar bear, C2 and C0. And then I'm going to use the reds and the pinks for the penguin's hat. And I am going to use the RV02 for the cheeks on the penguins as well. And the little yellow beaks, I used Y15. For the letters on the sentiment, I'm going to use those same 3 red markers and do a little bit of an ombre effect on my happy holidays. To finish these off, I'm adding some gel pen and creating some white highlights all over. I love this look, especially on a snowy little scene. I think it's great. Plus, we have penguins who are going to be kind of shiny. So there you can see the white highlights up close, and then it's time to die cut out all the pieces. This particular set has a die for every image in the set, which I so appreciate, and I love that the dies will bubble cut out the sentiments. I think that's so cool. So there are all the images that I'm using on my card, die cut out and ready to go. I die cut a second image of the polar bear and the penguins from some gray cardstock, and I'm going to glue these back to back, but offset it just a little bit so it has a little bit of a shadow. And then I'm going to add an action wobbler so my penguins and my polar bear can actually dance on my card. So one side is attached to the back. Also, that shadow layer helped this large piece be a little bit more sturdy. And there you can see when you bump it, it shakes. And I think that's so fun for this image. So now I'm gluing on my sentiment. It'll go down below on that glittery hill that I have there. And that is a perfect spot for my sentiment. I have these 3 die-cut snowflakes. I stamped them with the same coral berry ink, and I'm popping them up because my image is already really popped up. I thought they would look fun popped up as well. Isn't that so cool? Okay, let's add some glittery embellishments. These are new to the Trinity Stamps shop as well. They're enamel dots that are clear with glitter in them. So I thought they'd be a really fun addition to this card since I do have the glitter at the bottom of the card as well. So I'll add just a few here and there to accent that falling snow, and it just is like the finishing touch on this card. I think it's perfect. But I do need to add this to a card base. My card base is going to be 10 inches by 5 inches, scored at 5 inches. So the finished size is 5 by 5, and my panel that I did for the top is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So there is my finished card. I hope that you've enjoyed today's sneak peek at this cute new stamp set, an amazing backdrop hot foil plate, and continue to check us out. 3 more days of sneak peeks coming for you, and then this sparkle season release hits the shop on October 5th. So make sure you tune back in that day. We're going to be having a hop and lots of fun for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like more inspiration from Trinity Stamps, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook too. We'll see you again soon. Bye.